Hello, everybody. It is CEO Jimbo, and it is midnight plus 12:15 p.m. out here. I've had a long day, despite the fact that I get up at like 8:30 in the morning. I still work pretty long hours doing my thing. I don't really work for a company. I work for my own company, trying to get it to become a company again, and so forth. Anyway, this is I don't know what this is. This is um, what I'm doing this time. It's sort of time for update, an update on this channel, this playlist. I'm what am I trying to say? Trying to keep it short, and it seems like when I do that, things kind of end up long. I'm working on goals. By September 1, get a job, make cash livelihood. I've been kind of working on goals, and I kind of forgot about goals being date oriented. It's hard to explain because I have and I haven't. If somebody asked me about goals and I was answering to them, I would tell them, well, goals are something that you set a date to and you try to achieve, but then you know um, you know as time goes by, I kind of forget that and just come up with a goal to do something like to get a job or something like that, but I don't have a date set on it. The problem I find with that is the rolling part. I mean, I was, um, let's see, I was a freight dog flying freight in like 2001, and I lost that position and tried to get a new job, and I got on with DHL and was working for DHL till like 2003. And then I really kind of started working full time for my business after that. But at the same time, kind of since I wasn't making money, trying to get hired, and I've been trying to get a job more or less since like '03, and it's like with the goal of by '04, and '04 rolls around, put it to '05, and you keep punting it and so forth. So it's something I'm struggling with goal selection. Anyway, I have personal goals. I have like business goals. Trying to sort it out. I guess I'm trying to find an investor by September 1st, which is just days from now. I said I adjusted this goal maybe a month ago, a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, list goes on. The one underneath, there's a September 1 to have a girlfriend by then, and that type of thing. And anyway, I'm working on it. These pages here, I work on these like every day, and I spare the details on it. But this one is like Geographlate. That's the name of my company. So this, when I'm trying to like solve problems right now, it's kind of mainly what I call a cry sheet, where it's like I write down what the problem is, and then the solution after that. And the solution just always has just been yeah, what is it? Just we'll focus on goal, to get the ball rolling more or less. Um, but anyway, that's that one. This one, I've been trying to get a job with Massachusetts Port Authority. I started out, I've tried high and low with them in their aviation department in noise abatement as a noise abatement officer. And I actually had an interview with them, but didn't manage to get the job. I've applied for the CEO position, not expecting much and didn't get much. And I've applied for the Massport Port Director position. And it's kind of been sort of like a back and forth where they still don't seem to have hired anybody. They have sort of an interim person in there, for lack of a better person, but really not going anywhere with any of the people. I can't seem to get myself into an interview with them. This is U.S. Department of Transportation at the Boston area's Volpe Center, and trying to get a position as director of communications and navigation surveillance systems and engineering. I've been working on this one as long as the port director position, and haven't given up hope on that one. It's similar where there's an interim person holding that position, for lack of a better one, I guess. Anyway, this one kind of like is more directly. I mean, all my aviation experience kind of comes in here, and this one is sort of like more of correlation, where everything I've learned in aviation I now apply to marine. Although I have diversified, and I have been working, trying to come up with marine safety and efficiency instrumentation and equipment and so forth. And whatnot. And I've learned a lot about the maritime industry and ways and means and so forth. Anyway, this one's hobby. This one's finance, where I kind of track the stock markets and so forth. Anyway, sometimes these seem to really kind of be fitting and useful, and sometimes they seem to be sort of like off track a little bit. Like, I was thinking about kind of converting the ones on individual positions that I'm applying for to just one on, like my livelihood or something like that. That might be more useful. But anyway, that's enough on that. I have a friend in Togo, Africa. I met her through Google. I'm not really sure how she came up. It just, I go to my Google email, and there's sort of this thing on the left side of friends, and there she is and so forth. And I've got into like communications with her, and this is Boston. I lost the focus here. It's almost like somebody does that from behind the scenes or something. That's not in my control, my provider or something like that. Anyway, here's Boston, here's Togo. And this is kind of funny because she said something about, I've been kind of talking to it as like you're down, over and down there. It's like, over, east and down south to Togo. And she said something about me being down in Boston. And so I kind of like trying to think in terms of, how she sees the world. And anyway, it brought back memories of when I was a geography major at San Diego State. There used to be this thing on the wall about different shapes of the universe, or the Earth. There was a picture of it like a half-eaten apple, like apple core shape, and one like a donut, and one like a tabletop, and so forth. And those were like alternative possibilities to the Earth's shape, and instead of just the globe, the sphere that we all kind of think it is. But anyway, this is kind of, I started thinking in terms of, well, if the Earth is flat, it can't really be like square or anything like that. So I came up with this shape, and then I ended up going to like Flat Earth Society, and they had the same thing, only a little more detailed, where they have kind of more radials and more circles and so forth. But I was thinking in terms of, if you like flew in an airplane, like from Boston to Togo, you basically go southeast to Togo. And then if you keep going south, you cross the equator. If you keep going south further on, you hit Australia. You hit Antarctica. And it's almost like there would have to be some sort of force that would turn the plane either, left or right, to make it kind of circumnavigate Antarctica and so forth. So I was kind of thinking in terms of, okay, that, if that happened, like if you were, in the plane here, what would it look like if you're looking out the right side of the plane? Here it is, you've flown kind of from Boston to Togo, and then past the equator, then to the, to this force field where you start getting turned here, and, flying along the edge here. It's like, this is your captain speaking. You know, you people on the left side of the plane, you are gonna see be looking like up north to you know, the southern tip of Australia and so forth. You people on the right side of the plane, well, you're gonna see nothing. Uh, I mean, what would it be? Just white? Anyway, I'm sort of a spherical Earth believer, but I'm open to anything, I guess, if you guys can convince me and it's believable. I think it's kind of more cocktail party discussion than serious science. But anyway, enough on that. This is I was out playing my ukulele the other day, and gal came up and gave me the picture. This is Victor. I can't think of his like Kipping. I have videos and another playlist on him. So it turned out to be his daughter named Horizon that he generously handed me the picture of him and so forth. Anyway, that's it. Here's a gypsy scope. Just to see how we do here. Man. All right, looks like we get a two. So that means above average. 3 is slightly above average. 2 is way above average. 1 is excellent. So looks like we're doing pretty good here. And back to this thing. So please like it and subscribe. I could use subscribers and likes. I'm not really getting too much either. I currently have 6 subscribers and really not getting much likes on my work. Just kind of sporadically once in a while and so on. I'm not getting large amounts of likes. Anyway, that's about it. Trying to make these better each time. I'm going to try to do these Tuesdays and Thursdays, not necessarily just the CEO one, but I'm going to try to send something, and I'm trying to balance them out actually, so I have, you know, the same amount of videos in each of my 4 playlists. So watch for that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Have a good day. I appreciate it. Thumbs up. Good night, everybody.